And sticking with the royals, George Clooney and his wife Amal have rubbed shoulders with King Charles this week. Tell us what was behind that. Why was George Clooney at Buckingham Palace?
Well, you know what? I think the Clooneys probably prefer crowns over complaints. George and Amal showed up hand in hand to Buckingham Palace looking right at home. I guess after one royal wedding and a few Netflix specials, they've officially RSVP'd no to Montecito and yes to Team Working Royals. You can't blame
Ooh.
them. The King's Trust has way better press and fewer Spotify casualties, but they were there for the King's Trust Awards and they looked relaxed. They were in good spirits as they spoke to King Charles before he greeted the other guests. And they are apparently longtime supporters of the King's Trust, formerly the Prince's Trust. And in 2019, Amal actually partnered with the organization to launch Amal Clooney's Women's Empowerment Award. So this actually surprises me so much. It's giving you a sense of how Hollywood has really turned their back on the Sussexes.
Well, yeah, if you've got the choice between the Sussexes and the real royal family, you're always going to pick the royals, aren't you? We're not surprised. I want to ask you about Sean Diddy Combs. His legal team failed to call a single witness to the stand in his defence. Why is that? Closing arguments are scheduled to begin Thursday, and I'm hearing more and more conjecture that the defence is very confident that he's going to get off on the most serious charges.
Look, Diddy may not be the most sympathetic figure, and no jury wants to let somebody shady off the hook, but being unlikable isn't the same as being guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking. The government has thrown a lot at him, but when you look closely, it's fair to question whether all of it will actually stick. When it comes to the racketeering charge specifically, prosecutors appear to be on shaky ground. Some might argue that they overcharged him. I mean, I guess I could say now I do feel like they overcharged him because they dropped several of the counts today because they wanted to simplify the jury's, the jury's instructions. And now they're trying. It did look like for a while that they were trying to make the facts fit the narrative versus the other way around. So I don't know. I do wonder. I'm at a loss. I don't know what's going to happen when it finally comes down to the jury taking this case and trying to determine what happens behind closed doors. But I do think when it comes to closing arguments, we're going to hear the defense double down on their original approach. Admit Diddy's not a saint, but remind the jury that being morally questionable isn't the same as being criminally liable.
And before you go, Taylor Swift has surprised fans in Nashville as she took to the stage at Travis Kelce's charity concert to sing Shake It Off. Let's have a quick look. I may have to reinstitute some sort of a Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce ban again on this program, Kinsey. I don't know if I can put up with too many more clips like that.
Look, we talked about prenups. All I have to say to Taylor Swift is please, for the love of God, you know, athletes are notorious for burning through their money the second they no longer have work in the NFL. Please get a prenup, Taylor. Please listen to us.
Well, I'm still hoping, I shouldn't say this, but I'm hoping for a fantastic album post-breakup. I can still see a breakup happening and a #1 album, and then she'll find love with someone more suitable.